Likely to hear us talk about tornado warnings throughout the morning hours. From Louisiana to Florida, coastal residents are bracing for the fury of Hurricane Katrina.
And ABC's Darren Lynn is in Mobile, Alabama. He joins us now. And Darren, what effects are you seeing right now from the storm?
We're not seeing much here in Mobile, Alabama right now. We're about 4 miles from Mobile Bay. The rain has started to come down, not very hard. The winds barely any right now. But as you've been mentioning, Katrina has been downgraded to a Category 4. Wind speed sustained at 155 miles an hour. She's been a Category 5 much of her time in the Gulf, and believe me, folks are taking her seriously.
The mass exodus continues, bumper-to-bumper traffic. More than 1 million people fleeing the Gulf Coast, clogging the highways in all directions. In New Orleans, there's a mandatory evacuation.
You have an obligation to yourself and your family to haul ass and get out of here. And I'm telling you to get out now.
Hurricane Katrina is barreling towards what seems like its bullseye, New Orleans. The Category 5 hurricane is packing sustained winds of 160 miles per hour with wind gusts over 200 miles an hour.
We can pray very hard that the intensity will weaken.
Nearly 100,000 people in New Orleans remain in shelters because they're either too poor, too sick, or too elderly to leave.
This is my first time in a shelter, actually, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never been in one this serious before.
The Superdome has been converted into a shelter of last resort.
We are facing a storm that most of us have feared.
The National Hurricane Center says New Orleans may never be the same again if Katrina makes a direct strike as a Category 5.
We're about 120 miles east of New Orleans here in Mobile, Alabama. And if Katrina lands as a Category 4 in New Orleans, we're expected here, 120 miles away, to have wind speeds between 75 and 100 miles an hour, storm surges possibly as high as 15 feet, and almost 15 inches of rain are expected. I'm Darren Lynn reporting live for the Weather Channel. Now back to you.
All right, thanks, Darren.
As Darren mentioned, it's widespread effects of hurricane force winds. As a matter